Solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting. My God is solace for the hurting. Solace.
Hello, welcome to Solace for the Hurting, the program for you, the program for me. Where are your family members? Go and call them to come. Solace for the Hurting has come back on air, and we're here today, as usual, to share the testimony of God's faithfulness to man, to woman, to everyone, and to everything. We seated here, we believe in God, and we know that God has been seeing us through. That's why we are seated here. His faithfulness never fails. So today in this program, we invite you and welcome you and say, you are welcome to Solace for the Hurting. So as usual, you know, we invite guests who share life testimonies of what God has done for them. So sit tight, relax. We're bringing you stories of God's faithfulness. We'll go for a commercial break and we'll be right back with you. Thank you for joining us today. You're welcome back to Solace for the Hurting, your program, my program. Today, without wasting much time, I have a guest in the house with me and a big woman of God as for that. You know, I love bringing men and women of God to share testimonies of God's faithfulness. So she is here with me. She's going to share the story of her life. And it's good when you bring our grannies in and you get to learn a whole lot from them. So today, I have with me on set Reverend Mrs. Margaret Peterside. Reverend Mrs. Margaret Peterside. Wow, you know what it means. She is from the Alpha Word Power Ministries. Alpha Word Power Ministries, that's where she worships, and she's a minister of God. And I have with me on stage today Reverend Mrs. Margaret Peterside, and she is from the Alpha Word Power Ministries. That's where she ministers. And today, she's going to share her testimony with us, her life story with us. So you are going to hear the voice of Reverend Mrs. Margaret Peterside. Reverend Mrs., you are welcome to Solace for the Hurting.
Thank you, Sister Okuchi. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for being part of Solace for the Hurting. So without wasting much time, tell us, what has God done for you in this your life that you are living here now?
Okay, Sister Okuchi, God has done too much for me. I can't even say it all. But if only I remember during my early stage in life, I remembered when I finished my primary school education. My father said he will not send me to secondary school because friends told him not to send me to secondary school. I did not do anything. I continued being submissive to my parents, and I was waiting and I was prayerful because I'm from a Christian family. They taught me how to pray. So I knew that no other way to solve this problem than prayer. I was praying and I was calling God. Just one day, he said, okay, that he will now sponsor me in the secondary school. I give God the glory. I finished my secondary school before I got married. When I got married, we are in the world of problem. I was okay, no doubt. I worked in Shell. That's where I got married. And my husband worked in Shell as well. So after some time, he said I should go and get a profession, of which I went to search for a profession. Nursing was a profession, but that was not all I did. I finished the nursing, and God helped me, because everything I call God. That's why I don't joke with God, because God does not joke with me. He helped me to attend other courses. I also, by the grace of God, he himself encouraged me.
Okay, let me come in there. While you were married, that was when you went to nursing school.
Yes.
Wow, your husband encouraged you?
He encouraged me to go and get a profession.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
After he did most of the things for me because he was interested in me doing well. I had about 2 children before I went to nursing.
Wow.
So as I went to nursing, I finished that profession. Too many courses in nursing. I finished the nursing. I finished the one we call midwifery. I finished also the one we call CHO, which is in public health. As if it wasn't enough. So when time came for promotion, they said we'll not promote us until we have our degree program.
Wow.
So God helped me too. I got admission in, what do they call, Ajuru University. By then affiliated to Ibadan. So I went and did my guidance and counseling. Okay, I finished that one before. That's my first degree. After the first degree, when I came back to work, we were doing it as part-time. Beard is what we called it. When I came back, my colleagues now said they are going to do their masters. I say, me and some of my friends say they are cheating us. So we have to go back to do our masters at Imo State.
All these, educational qualifications were gotten while you were married?
Exactly.
Right.
My husband is a good man that encouraged me and assisted me in handouts and every other thing he could do. So I have to get my masters as well. So that notwithstanding, after some time, he retired. My husband retired. I can't remember the date he retired, but he retired from Shell. We were even living at Arue, Shell residential area, because God lifted him high. So after all that, as he retired, not too long after his retirement, he fell sick. And by the time he fell sick, I was still working in the Ministry of Health. So luckily, God was in control. No other person. We still go to church, our normal church activities, and our mentor, our doctor, Primate Young Ndubike Wokoma, was not joking with my family. So all of us were worshiping in Alpha World Power Ministry, and God was with us, because that sickness would have taken him away earlier, but not for God. You know, in the history, in the Bible, we heard that other people were sick as well, but God healed them. Even the man that was at the pool of Bethesda for 38 years, it was still God that healed him after 38 years. So I'm not saying that God didn't answer my prayer. He answered my prayer in the sense that he was able to pick up. After some time, it falls and goes like a draft. But you cannot tell God what to do. So it pleased God that 2017, he went off and left us. So what comforted me is nothing but the word of God. I remembered Naomi, who even lost the husband and all the children. But in my own case, the children were with me and myself healthy. So I picked that particular courage, saying one with God is majority. So I didn't bother too much. So what I'm saying now in essence is that education, he encouraged me to take or to go through, really helped me a lot. For me to be working at that time, he died. I wouldn't have been able to take care of the children if I was just a what do you call, housewife.
Okay, how did you manage?
Okay.
At the point you lost him, how did you manage? Children, were they all graduates or
no?
Still in school?
By the time he left us, all of them were not graduate per se. They were still late. The other ones, the later children, 1 or 2 were still getting on with their education. And nothing I will do, I will not say is God. So by the grace of God, I got help from my relations and from his friends and from his own relations too, all combined together, help me out, and they were able to graduate. Right now, all of them have graduated, looking for little things to do. Some are doing something, some are not doing something because the children are 5. I give God the glory, because without God, I wouldn't have been able to cope with all these problems.
Wow. What a mighty God we serve.
Yes.
5 children when the husband died. But there's something now, what were you doing at the point, apart from working in the health ministry? Were there other things that you needed to do? Because I'm sure that money that was coming from your husband, stopped somehow. So how were you able to cope financially?
as I said earlier on, my relations came to my head.
Wow.
Yeah, they came to and my husband relation also did not abandon me.
Wow.
Altogether, is from God. Because when I lift up my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help?
Okay,
From
aside
God.
those external help, you personally, did you do anything concerning your finances?
Yes, I did. After work, most of the time, I have some people that I help, and they give me little things.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Well, you can hear it from Reverend Mommy here, and she's talking about how God has been faithful to her to raise 5 children. At the point, the husbands, we need to appreciate some of the husbands that are quite encouraging. You can see her story. You notice that the husband was very supportive, going from nursing school to becoming a B.Ed holder in nursing and other things. She's now a professional guidance and counseling woman, even though retired now. But the truth is that the husband was able to encourage her. So husbands out there, how encouraging are you to your wife? So it's something that we need to learn. So
Yes.
we need to look at how we can help each other. And then another thing she said that stood out for me here, she said, even at the point the husband died, the relative didn't abandon her.
Yes.
Most relatives, when the husband dies or the wife dies, you see rancor, you see hatred, you see bitterness, and then nobody is there to help. But they rallied around her and helped her and ensured that the children completed the education. Today they are better off for it. So you too can do the same. You are relative to somebody. Go look out for how you can help to make sure that that's your brother, that your sister completes the education. We'll be right back. We'll be going for a short commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you here. Thank you.
Solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting. My God is solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting. My God is.
You're welcome back to Solace for the Hurting. I have been here enjoying myself with Reverend Mrs. Margaret Peterside, and it's been wonderful talking with her. And it gladdens the heart to see women of our age healthy and strong talking about their past life experiences. So Reverend Mrs. Peterside, I'm going to come back to you again. And immediately after your husband died, how were you able to manage the children? The father figure is not there. How were you able to cope with the children?
Yeah, it's just by the grace of God, as I always tell you. It's by the grace of God. It's not very easy to manage them, especially in the absence of their father. Because I remember very well that my children love their father more than me. Wow. And my children listen to him more than me. Wow. But everything to God in prayer. So when they saw that their father was no more there, they decided to come closer to me. Wow. And at the same time, listening to my advice. Wow. Is another important issue. But that foundation we laid for them in Christ, they did not leave it. They all attend church, they all do the work of God. And that God, who has been with us from the beginning, even from my parental home, still with us and will be with us forever and ever.
Wow. So it was quite easy for them to choose from their father's love to extend it to you.
Exactly.
That's a very good one. I'm sure you must have done one or two things
yes.
to make sure that they bring back that love.
Yes.
Because there are some children, they want to go outside to go and get that relationship, but thank God they were able to come back.
Yes, they came back.
So there's somebody out there passing through challenge. Maybe the husband is sick, they are going from one hospital to the other. There are some things they need to learn from you. They are watching now. They say, oh, they want to give up. They want to abandon the man at that state. Is it the right thing to do?
No, it's not the right thing to do. Because, like as I was saying earlier, Hezekiah was sick for a long time. Okay, the one that abandoned the husband was the wife of Job. You remember the wife of Job, when the temptation came, the wife of Job said, this one, their children have all died, everything gone. Do you still want to worship that your God? Then Job answered and told her, you are one of the stupid women. I will worship my God. So that is the encouragement we have to give to women. Worship God. Take care of your husband. Take care of your wife, no matter the situation. So thank God. God gave me the enablement to take care of him, even when he was very ill.
You know, because some persons, they have the children there to take care of. They have the bills to pay. They have the work. And at the same time, somebody that is invalid to take care of. So it becomes very cumbersome.
Yes.
So some persons give up along the line. So what do you have to tell those people?
What I would tell the people concerned is that we are in the world. Just as one of our ministers used to tell us, he said, we are in the world of problem. The problem was in the world we came, and problem will be in the world when we leave.
Wow.
So for that reason, you should be able to take, take the world as you have seen it. You don't have to abandon your loved one in time of problem. You have to try your best. And the most important thing is that if you have your trust in God, remember the story of Naomi. Naomi lost everything. But after all said and done, remember the story of Ruth. Ruth refused to abandon Naomi. Even when Naomi said, go, I have nothing again. No, the men you married are all gone. My husband is not there. Am I going to marry you? Ruth to say, wherever you die is where I will die. I must follow you. And after all said and done, they were blessed. So you have to be able to persevere in time of problem.
Being able to persevere in times of problem. That's what our Reverend Mrs. Peterside is advising us. Be able to persevere. You are out there, you're watching us today. You have so many troubles, so many challenges, so many situations that you feel like throwing in the towel. It's time not to do that. She said we should persevere. We came to this world full of troubles, and we'll leave it, it's full of troubles.
True.
So for every man born of a woman, we are born into troubles. So, but our ability to cope is what makes a whole lot of difference. So what is your final word of advice to some persons watching us today who are having challenges?
Yeah, the advice, as I earlier on said, is that because even the Bible said that anybody that is not able to cope with stress and stresses of life is not fit to live. And when you are thinking of your own problem, by the time you meet another person that has problem, we counselors, you will know that your own problem is very minor.
Wow.
Compare with the other person's problem. So when you might have interviewed them, go close to them, you find out their problem is even more than your own. What do? You take it easy. You take it easy. But the Lord has told us everything to God in prayer. He said he's God of all flesh. There is nothing difficult for him to do. That God of before is the God of today and is the God forever. That God that took care of Naomi will take care of you. That God that took care of Sarah, even Hannah, that answered the prayer of Hannah when she had no child, if your problem is child, is the same God today. He will not leave us comfortless. So he said. So when we call upon him in time of trouble, he will answer us. It depends on your closeness to God and your services to God.
Wow.
God will not leave you comfortless.
True. If you faint in the days of adversity, your strength is very small. So
Yes.
it's not time to faint. It's
Yes.
not time. God saw a whole lot of people through.
Yes.
And let me not allow our Reverend Mommy to bring out the ministry in her, trying to quote the Bible, tell us things about the Bible. But honestly, this is what we need to hear, to be encouraged. So you watching us today, I want to encourage you. Be encouraged. Take courage in the Lord. David decided to encourage himself in the Lord. Encourage yourself in the Lord. No matter what is happening in our country, in our nation, God will see you through. And of course, that's how we are drawing the curtain today on Solace for the Curtain. Thank you for being part and parcel of this program. God will certainly see you through. So you can reach us on our email accounts. You can reach us, you can call us for counseling, for prayers. We are here for you. That problem will not swallow you up. You will see the end of it and you will come out victorious. I'm still your humble host, Okucheko, saying have a great week. Thank you.
Solace for the hurting, solace for the hurting.